Man, this is like my recap of the last 6 or 7 days in this country. Let's start with the inauguration. Um, all right, President Trump came into office, came into power. We already know what type of campaign he led and the bigotry, the racism, the hate that he spread. And then so we have inauguration. This is a day where you show the American people, you take your oath, you show your family, your values or whatever. And let's just start off with, as our country has got so far and got like so much built up hate and secret racism that people are blinded and manipulated by a Cheeto looking motherfucker. Like, let's speak on a man that he couldn't even fake that he loved and cared about his woman on one of the biggest days supposed to be his life. Like, he couldn't even show affection, chivalry, anything for his woman from the straight out the gate. You know what I'm saying? This nigga shoved his bitch on inauguration in front of the whole nation. He jumped out the car, walked up to the White House, didn't even give a damn about her, left her on the other side. He was up on the steps of greeting Obama now before she even got out the damn car. Didn't even think to pause and be like, hey, let me put on a show, a pony and dog show for America to at least act right. And then, but this is the same man we think that is gonna love and care about this country. He can't even love his woman. He can't even put on a front for his woman. So that's inauguration day. And then, so everybody seen the pictures. We see the outcome of it. It was dead as fuck. It looked like the deadest party ever thrown in for a celebrity in the history of celebrities. Wasn't nobody there in the last, 3 or 4 presidents. Even Bush had a better turnout than he did, but it's fake news. That's not how it really look. It's fake news. We seen it, motherfucker. This is the age of Facebook Live and anything that you can do live, and the best coverage ever is in covering time. The inauguration parade, you know what I'm saying? That's fake news. That's not really how it was. What is Photoshop and shit so great that motherfuckers is able to delete people out of the stands? And, you know what I'm saying, make it seem like it's deader than it actually is. No, wasn't nobody there, but he's so quick to say fake news. That's one thing about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's putting this thing like the news is fake and they're not covering the real thing and we got to stop believing them and blah, 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 taking credibility away from the news. You know what I'm saying? No, the truth is the truth. And, okay, let's talk about his first action. Everybody's like, he's already taking stance as a president and he's making changes and blah blah blah. One of the first things he do is tell the news the EPA and the USDA that they can't let the public people know about their findings and scientific discoveries about the stuff that we consume, we buy, we eat, we drink, or whatever. So what are you planning to do that we don't need to know about? Like, that's kind of scary that we can't know that spinach, if we get a bad batch of spinach, or that milk has a lot of bleach in it, or just anything of that sort or that nature. That's kind of disturbing that that's something that he wants to get rid of. And I don't understand is that how people are so filled up with hate and bigotry that they are willing to surpass that and don't think that that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's food that's out there that's harmful to us, that if I go buy a batch of lettuce and it could kill me, I need to know that. But he thinks that we should know that, in the USDA, which they've been doing for the longest. They govern the food companies and the air pollution and all of that. But he doesn't feel that this is something that we need to know. That's a red flag. And people are so gone and so filled up with hate or whatever is driving these people to believe this shit that his campaign that he's running, that they're willing to surpass that. And then let's talk about his speech. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like they say of Hitler. You know what I'm saying? And people bit into it. I'm giving giving power back to the people, and I'm giving it back to y'all. And so, does people ever think that when he says power, like, is he speaking to us, or is he talking to his friend? Because all his moves is really seem kind of beneficial to his peers. You know what I'm saying? His peers is the people that own the construction companies that are gonna build the pipeline. His people are the ones that own the companies that make the food and that put the green beans and the sweet peas in the cans and stuff, that which they can switch up their product to some cheaper shit than whatever we're putting off canned food in. They can actually poison us. Is he giving them the back? Is that the people he's talking about, that he's giving them the power to do whatever the fuck they want? They get the green light to make cheaper product that's not that good for us. They can poison us. They give us cancer or something. So people are so gone and they're so full of hate that they don't even think that he's talking to the people. He's giving us back power. The power is going back to his friends. All right, I'm gonna make it to where y'all can get wealthy. Every move, building the wall, he got interest in all of it. The construction company, them is his buddy. All right, we gonna open up the steel market, so where whoever his friends is that do steel work, they get the jobs, they get the money and all of this. But worse, the people, I'm not gonna say I'm not bad at it, but these small town, country, rural area living motherfuckers that live in places that nobody want to live at but them, and they're so broke and so down and out that they're willing to believe anything. They're more like a battered bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's call them battered bitches. Like y'all so fucked up and so down and out that y'all believe that the man loves you, and he don't really love you as he's beating you. You know, but he loves me though. You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all think. But he's making all of these moves in the interest of himself. Like, and that's the sad thing about it. He wants to build a wall. Like, and Mexico's paying for a wall. Like, how you gonna build or put a fence around my house that you want, and then gonna tell me I'm gonna pay for the fence? If you don't like looking at my house, nigga, you build a fence. You pay for it. You know what I'm saying? This is my motherfucking house. But so like the Keystone, the pipeline, you know what I'm saying? They're basically trucking the Indian. Like, Indians have been trucked enough throughout history that they don't need to be stepped over anymore. So they're fighting for their land. That's their shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything's all fun and games until they playing games with you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, they all for the Keystone, blah, blah, blah. That's they shit. You know what I'm saying? We all know the pipelines bust, contaminate land and everything. That's and that's they shit. That's all they have left. They hit all America and we came and stole it. Well, I ain't gonna say we. You know, white people came and stole the shit, and they get little patches of land, and now they want their shit to make $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's put it in layman's term for all the people that actually that believe in Trump and voted for him and thinks all this shit is good. Let's just say if your little raggedy ass country town had some land that was worth value to the government, and they wanted to, let's just say that shit had oil, which y'all shit don't have nothing in it. That's the reason why y'all the only motherfuckers there. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say that that little country town had oil in it, and then the government wanted to come and tap into y'all shit, and they take over your little farm and say, we're gonna build this pipe and we taking over your land. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a fucking problem in it, but it doesn't matter to y'all because it's not at y'all's hand. It doesn't affect y'all. It's all good and dandy until that shit hits home. So that's another thing. Let me think of another thing. The women's right. You know what I'm saying? The women's rights. I mean, if a woman gets raped and she wants to abort that child, that's her right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she don't want to have it, that's her right. She don't have to live with one of the most horrific moments in her fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Birth control is another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, women should have the right to regulate their pregnancies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if women start getting pregnant, and men, they already know how men are. Like, motherfuckers like to jump up and leave a woman when she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, if a woman has no right to abortion or a birth control or whatever, the man has no right to leave and run out of her life. By law, he should be able to what's-name. And like until when your little 14-year-old little hottie-thotty ass daughters is getting pregnant and y'all feel that she has the biggest future ahead of her and she can't get abortion or she can't get birth control pills, and it's gonna be a problem. That's when it hits home. Everybody likes to complain about when shit until shit hits home. Let's think of another thing that this motherfucker's doing. The women's right is just, I mean, that's just he's like I said, and that leads back to the inauguration. Like, how can we expect somebody that shoved his bitch on live stream in front of the whole motherfucking world to believe in women's rights? You know what I'm saying? Women have already missed the mark, like in history with Hillary Clinton. Like, that was women's moment to really shine, but it was so many women around America that was manipulated by the small-minded man, the inferior man that's so afraid of a woman becoming president, women running the power. Cause at the end of the day, y'all the women that love a man that only thinks that women are good for reproduction, cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all basically like in-house slaves and sex. You know what I'm saying? Half of the men y'all with don't even give a fuck if y'all really satisfied in y'all sex life. They don't care. Like, y'all property. You know what I'm saying? He treated Milana like property on national TV. You know what I'm saying? And he gassed y'all up to miss a great moment in history. Like, I'm black. We had our black president for 8 years. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? We had our monument. But women, y'all needed this in American history because y'all y'all just as oppressed as people non-white or black people. So y'all needed this moment to rise up because America y'all couldn't vote at one time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't have a say in church. Y'all didn't have a lot of shit. So y'all need this moment to say, look, we done it. But y'all let a man and y'all's man talk y'all out of, well, she's a crook, she's a, what's her name, she Benghazi elevator. This is a man that openly said that he doesn't pay taxes because he's smart. That's a crime. This is a man that grabs women by the pussy. What else does he do? This is a man, he lies. He has ran businesses in the ground, bankruptcy so many times, but he's great. And not only that, he got like 3 open cases right now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let your man, like, oh, well, Hillary Clinton is, she's not this, because the man that you think you love and you worship his dirty draws, in his head, he doesn't want you to know that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all lost that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all dumb as fuck. I'm going to say this. Like, if you voted for Trump and you a woman and you was manipulated by the motherfucker you love, you dumb as fuck. Because you missed a great moment in history. Like I said, I'm black. We got President Obama. We did it. You know what I'm saying? He was a great president for whatever y'all said. So, women's right. And then, what was the other thing that I was going to touch on? The inauguration, I already touched on that. I mean, just the man, period. Like, it baffles me that people actually think, like, where's the common sense? Like, are we filled with so much, like, hate and bigotry? Is it people that many people in this country actually, like, when I look at CNN, like Facebook news feed, and I look at the comments row, and people's like, he's making this country great, and America's the greatest country, and blah blah blah. We're taking back, we're giving only to our country, and fuck giving to other countries. It's like this, like when you watch old movies, like let's just say America is a castle, and then every other country around us is like the little villages that be around it. You know what I'm saying? Any movie that you see where there's a king in a castle and America is the castle, and if that king in that castle is just the riches and they just take from the land, take from the village and the people, and they just don't never give back. They don't give a fuck. It's property all around the villages around them. What do them people do? They eventually rise up and try to overthrow the castle. They try to take over the kingdom. So what makes y'all think that? And that's another thing. Like, we're giving all this money to countries when we have homeless in here. That's true. You know what I'm saying? We can do more for our homeless population, but at the same time, it's a give or take. You have to give. It's a give and take. Like, we can't just be the country that's balling out of control and got all the good shit, and while everybody else is starving. Like, it's right to give to people that need. Like what y'all don't get about that it's right to give to people that need. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? If there's a country that needs our help and needs some funding, whatever, okay, we don't have all the money, whatever, but we got some. You know what I'm saying? We're doing okay. You know, it doesn't hurt to give, but that's what keeps us safe. Like y'all think that keeping all the wealth to ourselves is gonna keep us safe is actually make us a target more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? If the more we give in, we the charity we do it to the other countries, like countries, USA is balling out of control, but they do help us out. So we're not gonna try. We don't really have a problem with them. But let us shut the doors and close the windows and close the blinds on these other countries and let them sit out there and starve. Then we become the target. But y'all don't look at that way because y'all so simple-minded. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I look at these press conferences and stuff, and these people talk about make America great, blah, 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 it's always the motherfucker with one tooth in his mouth from the little rural town, the little country town that don't know shit about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Like, y'all wouldn't know y'all don't know if we the greatest country ever because y'all don't do the research. Half of y'all probably don't even get fucking Wi-Fi. I'm surprised y'all on Facebook. Y'all probably just got that about 2 years ago. But, I mean, it just blows my mind, like, and this is only the first 7 days how everybody talks about all the shit that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And how good of a president and blah, blah, blah. And then another thing. Yes, this is another thing. The man said he wants the media out of the White House, which the media has been in the White House for who knows how long. You know what I'm saying? The media lives there. You know what I'm saying? So when something comes up, whatever they doing in there, we got to know. That's the media's gift to us. Like when the what the fuck is going on to a certain degree in the White House, they let us know. Like, hey, you know, they're planning on doing some shady shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to check the government. He doesn't want the White House, want the media in the White House. That doesn't dawn on y'all that is a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you want the media in the White House? What are you planning? You already took the USDA and the EPA can't let us know what is going on with our food and shit. Now you don't want the motherfucking press in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you planning on doing? Let Obama say that in his presidency, like, the news is fake. I don't want the press in the White House. The press can't be in here, blah, blah, blah. They don't get no coverage. Y'all would have thought that nigga was starting the motherfucking apocalypse or something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have had shit a fucking brick if Obama would have said he don't want the press in there. But but your bigotry, your hate, and your low-key racism, you know what I'm saying, lets you think that that's okay that he says he doesn't want the press in the White House. That doesn't strike y'all like this man is baking a bigger cake. Russia, we already know that's fucked up. Putin and all of that shit. Oh yeah, just let one of our biggest enemies to a certain degree, one of our biggest threats, real close to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so where they exchange information, they know more about us than we as people know because him and Trump is buddy. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't really bother y'all. You know, but like I said, it baffles me that our country is, you know what I'm saying, like, politically correct has kept y'all at bay and kept y'all quiet for so long. Now y'all just at the point where y'all just want to show y'all's ass and be like, radical Islamic, blah, blah, blah. Y'all want to, it's just so much, and it's kind of sad, you know what I'm saying? And everything is to be and everything is to come is really going to be y'all's fault. I got my popcorn. Like, I was born in the struggle, so, you know, we're going to get it out the mud, you know what I'm saying? We're going to make it through it. But for y'all that live in that little cookie cutter lifestyle and little country town, and when shit hit the fan, y'all, it's gonna be a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be quite funny. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is disturbing. Like I said, with the people, how the people are acting and how gullible y'all gotta wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, like, y'all, most of y'all in them little country towns and them little cities, nobody want to live in. Y'all need to get y'all's Wi-Fi up and start doing a little bit more research and watching some more news than that little bullshit ass county news that's coming on, because this shit is realer than y'all think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I love how y'all be jumping on Facebook and want to talk about well, make his country great again. You wouldn't know great if great was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to get the fuck out of that little country town. Pack up your family and go somewhere where people really want to be. And then get more diverse. Get to dealing with different people and talking to more Muslims. How can you say that Muslims exist and Mexicans exist if your ass ain't never really been around them? You know what I'm saying? You're just making assumptions coming from your little couch and sitting on your fucking porches. You popping Oxycontins and pills and drinking Budweiser on the back of your fucking pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? Get out and explore the world and realize and get more open-minded and diverse, and you'll realize that some of the threats that you think is really threats really ain't that threats. You're just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? But we really need to wake up, because this is a sad point. Like, we have really pushed the reset button on American history, and as far as we can, we have let a Cheeto looking motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, come into the White House, and like, is it just me, or does it seem like him and his wife is like, you know how like back in the day with like the king and the princess, and like you were the princess will have to marry a prince of another land, and she like really ain't into him, but it's arranged marriage, and she's like, well, my father said I had to marry him, and so I'm in a relationship with. Don't see him like Milana don't love him. Like, Milana's alright, she can get it. I ain't even gonna lie, I fuck shit out of Milana, but she don't be, it's the money, you know what I'm saying? And she almost look like she trapped if you looked at pictures and shit. That bitch ain't happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I give it about 2 years, she gonna be filing for divorce, and she gonna spill all his motherfucking beans, because pillow talk is a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But she just looked like she's trapped, and like she was in an arranged marriage. It was like, damn, I fucked up. Like, I'm with a man that I don't love, and he ain't shit, and he's fucking crazy, and I wish I could let the world know that he ain't shit and he's crazy. But I mean, this is gonna be an interesting time for America. Like I said, it's gonna be, for the most of the people, it's gonna be cool, because like I said, we was born with less, and for whatever the worst is, we already know how to rock. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be awakening for the people that believe the lies, that fed into it. It's gonna be a rude awakening for y'all, and it's gonna be quite interesting, and it's gonna be a hell of a ride. So y'all better put on your seatbelt, get your popcorn, whatever the fuck you get for a long road trips, because it's gonna be a long road trip. It's gonna be very awakening, and at the end of this ride, I hope y'all really understand what y'all have done and the repercussions of y'all's action, because y'all stupid as fuck. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, I've been telling people, I'm 2017, I'm unapologetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he can run a campaign on hate, call just, you know what I'm saying, categorize people, a whole race of people, a whole religious of people, and y'all think this shit's okay, and be funded by the KKK. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm living now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm calling, if it's a sheep, I'm gonna say it's a sheep. If it's a wolf in sheep clothes, it's a fucking wolf. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being political correct or tended to people's feelings, because people ain't tended to shit, you know, especially in America. Like, we on some bullshit right now. So everybody needs to just keep it. This is be the year that everybody keep it real, because ain't nobody keeping it real nowadays. And I'm out, and that's all I got until I get some more. He does some more dumb ass shit that y'all believe. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit's crazy.